diet once you decide to change it. So at the beginning, just a few words about me, who I am, what I'm doing. As I said, I am clinical dietitian, which means that I help people to fit diet to their health issues. I am also enthusiast of diet in practice. So I know that practical diet is better than a perfect diet. So that's what I fight for. I work according to evidence-based medicine, which means I only share facts that are verified by actual science researchers. So there is no magic, there is science. And I also work with people with eating disorders, and I'm very interested on how food is related to our mental health. If you have any questions during my presentation, you can write it even now on chat, and after that I will answer everything, or as much as I can. I will leave about 10 minutes for answering everything. So, okay, how to stick to a diet, that's the topic. It's quite funny because I think most people know what to do. Like almost everyone heard about eating 5 meals a day, drinking water, having some sports, sleeping enough. But there is a reason why people still don't do that. So it's very, very easy to say, but harder to make. And it ends up with procrastinating, starting from tomorrow, and so on. So I'm going to focus on more practical and psychological aspects of this problem. But first, I want to discuss what really makes we can't lose weight. There is lots of myths about it, like not eating after 6 p.m., eating too much fruits, potatoes, etc., mixing carbs and proteins. That's everything I hear in my office. Fat genes is my favorite. Some toxins in our organism. That's why these all detoxification diets are bestsellers now. But what really makes we can't lose weight is too many calories intake in our diet, and that's it. That's the main reason, and that's very surprising for some people that it's so simple. But of course, sure, there are some health issues which make losing weight difficult, and in this case, we really need a specialist to look what is real problem. Maybe you have to take some medicines, but even then, it very often turns out that the caloric value of our diet is more than we think we actually eat. So now I want to show you a very simple tool to count the amount of calories, you should eat. For every single person, calories should be different. So that's why if your friend is on a diet and you ask her to share with you, it's not always a good idea, because there is a risk it's going to not work for you. So first you need to know what is your BMR, which is basal metabolic rate. And that's the amount of calories your body needs to survive. Yeah, for blood floating, heart beating, breathing, etc. So you should never ever eat less than that. Then you should add your life activity, your training if you are doing some sports, and to all of this you should from all of this you should cut 300 or 400 calories if it's reduction, if you want to lose weight, or of course if you want to gain weight you should add the same amount. For our needs, to make it all simple, I will focus on the situation when we want to lose weight, because I think that's very problematic, and that's what everybody asks me about. So you can check how much do you need. You just go to calculator. You can use this one or any other one. BMR calculator. You go to the website. You write your parameters. um, like like age, gender, weight, and height. These are my parameters. So just to show you that on a normal person, yeah, like me. I am 28. I'm female, 176, 73 centimeters, and 69 kilos. Then you click calculate, and you have results. So that's my BMR. So 1,470 calories. I was never good in numbers in English. That's my BMR. So that's the amount of calories which I should never eat less than this. And now we need to add some life activity and training. So here you have a table, and you can find yourself here if you're, what is your lifestyle? More sedentary, or maybe you exercise a lot. I am somewhere here. I am very active. So that's about 200, 200. It's about amount of calories I really eat. That amount of calories I should eat to maintain my weight. This 69 kilos, if I want to maintain it, I should eat like that. If I want to lose weight, I should cut about 300-400 calories, as I showed you before. So I would start my reduction from 1900 calories, and it's a very typical amount when I start reduction with my patients. And I should start losing about 1 kilo per week. That's the best tempo, the most healthy. And I always say that the slower you lose your weight, the longer you maintain it. So no rush. Okay. So what if it's about sticking to a diet? First, the most important thing, you should forget about hunger. Hunger is not a diet, it's a signal for your organism that we need food, no matter if you are trying to lose weight or no. I don't let my patients to walk hungry even when they are trying to lose weight. And very often when they get their diet, they are quite skeptical about it. Like there's too much food, they are not hungry, so something must be wrong. Or sometimes friends from work are looking behind the shoulders and saying, oh, you're not gonna lose weight on that, that's too much food. So how is it possible that we can lose weight without starving? So that's the point. Between these two groups of products, there is a difference of 900 calories, which is a lot. But they don't differ so much if it's about portions. It's all about calorie density. So we can take the example. You can, for example, choose 2 chocolate biscuits, which is about 200 calories. Or you can choose these free fruits like raspberries, some strawberries, and banana. It's also 200 calories. So now you can make a choice. None of it is better, none of it is worse. That's your choice. If you want to feel more full for longer, if you want to do something good for your organism, you can eat fruits, and of course your body will thank you for that. But it's not like 1-0-1-0. One day you can eat fruits, second day you can eat fruits, and the third day you can let yourself for a cookie. Put it into your calorie intake, into your meal plan, and you still can eat cookies. So that's beautiful with a diet that is flexible. I had a patient, that's the story from my practice. I had a patient who was she had very bad addiction. She was eating 1 full pack of jelly bears every day. So it's a big amount of sugar every day. But I knew that if it would be forbidden for her, like totally forbidden, she won't be able to stick my diet. And she even said that she knows she's going to do it anyway. So when she got her meal plan, she had 1 handful of jelly bears a day, every day. So if a normal person would see my meal plan, someone could say, oh my God, that dietitian is mad. Something is wrong with her. But first, it was a handful. So it was not the whole pack, it was a handful. So it was still better than it used to be before. And the second thing, we controlled the amount of this sugar intake. Yeah, we were controlling other meals during the day. So what is funny, after a couple of weeks, she almost stopped eating this sweet. She was eating it occasionally. Why? Because it stopped to be such a guilty pleasure. So it was not so attractive anymore, you know. So maybe that's the point. Of course, when we are talking about hunger, we need to know there is a difference between physical and emotional hunger. Yeah. So here you have some points that can help you to recognize which is what. So physical hunger increases gradually. So every hour you are more and more hungry after the meal, and then you just eat a proper meal and everything is okay. Emotional hunger is very sudden, like unexpected. Very often is triggered by some emotions. For example, you're angry, you're hungry. Oh, I rhymed. Or you feel anxiety and suddenly you are hungry. Then, when you're physically hungry, you just want some food, no matter what it really is. And when it's emotional, it's very specific. Like, for example, you say, oh, I'm hungry, and someone is giving you a soup or a sandwich, and you're saying, no, I'm not hungry for a sandwich. I am hungry for a cookie. And that's a signal that's probably in your head, not in your stomach. Then, in physical hunger, you can wait for the meal even when you are hungry. So, for example, the lunch is at 2 p.m. So you're like, okay, I can wait like half an hour. And during emotional hunger, you just need food now. You feel anxiety if you don't eat. Yeah. Then stop eating when you're full. It's normal healthy reaction for organism when you're eating a meal. Feel full, stop eating. But when it's compulsive eating, emotional, um, it's like emotional hunger cannot be filled by food. So there are totally different things that fuel this emotional emptiness. So that's why we eat and we can't stop. We are trying to fuel it, but it doesn't work. So and the last thing, the worst, is feeling guilty. So you feel guilty after emotional eating when you eat too much, and that's the moment people say, okay, I will start my diet tomorrow. Tomorrow I will start to exercise. I will do this, I will do that, fruits, vegetables, blah, blah, blah. And what are we doing? We are just trying to feel better by making a promise that it will be better. So it's like compensating in the future, you know, that we just feel better, but tomorrow will be the same day like yesterday. So what we can do, what we should do, is just moving on, getting up, thinking what is the best thing I can do for myself right now. Don't mull it over in your head. Just learn your lesson, forget, and go. Yeah, so what can you do when you feel this emotional hunger is coming, it's growing? You feel this anxiety, like sometimes even your hands are shaking. So it's the most simple and fastest way to withhold this compulsive eating, to wait 15 minutes. You can call to someone, you can have a walk, you can have a nap, or I don't know, read something, just 15 minutes. That's the time when you can breathe deeply and recognize what is going on in your body. If you are not sure if it's real hunger or is it just emotions, it's a very good method that you can put your hands on your stomach and think like consciously what's going on there. what are my emotions, what my stomach feels like. And when you put your hand on your stomach and you feel like sucking or like emptiness, that's probably hunger. So you should prepare your food as soon as possible. And when you feel nothing or just some guggling because you ate like 1 hour before, then you probably should wait 15 minutes and then decide once again if you want to eat. Okay, and the last thing I would like to tell you is what you should pay attention to when you decide to go on a diet like made by professional dietitian, and how to recognize a good dietitian, because I have lots of patients that came through a long journey through different people who were not really knowing what they are doing. So first thing, a good specialist should know everything about your health condition. That's very important, especially when you have some health issues like diabetes or some heart problems and so on. So we need to know everything about you. Second thing, you should ask you what you like to eat. So the diet must be tasty. Me, I want my patients to can't wait to the next meal. Of course, not because of a hunger, but because of a good taste of a diet. Then positive motivation. You can't be afraid of the dietitian. Like you can't feel this ashamed, like what the dietitian will say if I don't lose my weight, if I didn't make the progress. If the diet doesn't working, like when I hear that a patient says, no, I didn't stick to the diet, it was too hard or too boring, or I felt really bad, then that's a signal for me that maybe something is wrong with the diet, not with the patient, you know. And the last thing, it needs to be practice. The diet should be practical. It should fit to your lifestyle, not opposite. Not your lifestyle should fit to the diet. Yeah, you abandon everything because you are on a diet. We have lives. We are normal people, so the diet should be also prepared for normal people. Yeah, and it all goes to the conclusion that the diet should be personal, cut special for you, concrete person, no matter if you are your own specialist or you are no matter if you use a professional dietitian specialist, or if you are your own dietitian, yeah, like you take it on yourself. Okay, so the summary is like five the most important things. Count your calorie needs, forget about hunger, wait 15 minutes before you decide you want to eat or you just feel bad. Make your diet personal and choose a good dietitian, no matter if you are your own dietitian or you go to someone. And just to confirm my words that it really works, that you really don't have to be hungry on a diet, I want to show you one of my patients. She agreed for publishing, so she's very proud of it, so she wants to share the story. So that's my patient. We were trying to work on a new habit. That's the May last year. So she came with me with obesity, some metabolic problems. So she was quite scared about her health. And then after couple of months, like it was more than half a year, she's like that. That's almost 40 kilo of difference. So that's really possible. And that's what I say again, that if you don't rush, if you start calmly, the slower you start, the longer you maintain the effects. Now we have April, and she's still maintaining her weight, so that's good. There is no yo-yo effect. Okay, so that's it. That's contact for me. My email, my phone number, social media. If you want to stay tuned, next week, I'm going to publish some free meal plans for the quarantine time. So you can just try to practice all these things I was telling you today. Okay, so I think I'm going to answer some questions if there are some. Okay. Oh, I was touching my microphone. I hope it was not so bad and you heard everything. I love the cookie idea. Yeah, I love it too. What about pizza? Just the same as the cookie. Like you can, what I recommend is to count calories not only daily, but a whole week. So for example, if you count that you need about 1800 calories, so if you eat one day 2000, and next day you will eat 1600, yeah, is my math okay? Then it's still okay. Of course, you need to keep your healthy mind, so you don't eat double one day and the second day you're starving. It's not how does it look, how this works. So yeah, you can eat pizza. Just count it how many calories it is. If it's about, yeah, pizza is very caloric. So let's say you eat even 1000 calories, and then you can just fit other meals to this one big meal. So for example, you skip a snack, yeah, and you just fit the rest of meals to eat something lighter. For example, for the supper, you just eat a salad or something like that. About the dairy products, what they can be replaced. For example, milk can be replaced by some, how to say, plant milk, yeah, like soya milk or rice milk, some tofu. And when you eliminate dairy products like totally, you should choose products that are vitamins. I mean, oh my God, how to say that? That have like the calcium added. Yeah, like, sorry, I don't know how to say that, because that's the main problem of the diet when you eliminate the dairy products. So just keep the calcium level on a, it's about the amount you should eat is about 1000 milligrams. Yeah. Well, I seem to be constantly having emotional hunger and never physical. It's hard to say. If that's really a problem for you, you can write to me so we can talk about it, and maybe I can help you. Sometimes a physical hunger is really hard to differ from this emotional. So you should really hear your body and your mind. Yeah. What will you recommend to diabetics? The basic is a low glycemic index diet. Yeah, so that's a special. I mean, the thing I recommend to you is going to the dietitian, because the diabetics is very specific, and every person has another glycemic level. Sometimes people have tendency to hypoglycemic. Sometimes they have hyperglycemic. So it's really hard to say it like for one tip universal for everyone. Yeah. What do you think about ketosis? Ketosis is like all these keto diets. It's a very hard diet to maintain. Of course, as I told you, the thing which is making us we can't lose weight is too many calories in our diet. So if you are on keto diet and you still have this reduction, you will lose weight. But you can be on a keto diet and eating too much, even using these products that are okay in this diet. I have a problem with this diet because, of course, in some health issues like epilepsy, it's recommended, yeah. But if you are trying to lose your weight and you are on a keto diet, it doesn't teach you how to eat normally. So maybe you can lose your weight, but it's not gonna teach you anything. So after that, there is a very big risk of this yo-yo effect. How much protein should eat people who has worked out with weight? I think I will go back to this. How much protein? I would say about 2 grams per 1 kilo of your weight mass. So it's like maximum I would say 1.8 to 2 grams per 1 kilogram of your body mass. Any general tips for insulin resistance? Slightly controlled on meds. It depends on the case. In general, the basic is low glycemic index, but it's very personal. So I can't make. Sorry, I'm still touching it. I can't give you like advice for you because it's very personal. Yeah. So the basic is low glycemic index, good protein amount. And that's it. I can tell you because every single person is another case. Should I calculate my BMR from current weight or from desired weight? From current weight. We count it from current weight. There are different like schools of doing that, but yeah, current weight is the thing. Your body needs this amount of calories now in this state. So we are we base on what the moment we are now. Yeah. What about intermittent fasting? If it works for you, that's fine. It's not worse. It's not better than other diets. If it's easier for you to keep your diet, to stick to your diet, then of course you can use it. For some people, it doesn't work totally. Like for example, when you have a story with some eating disorders, or you feel that your emotional hunger is big, then probably you shouldn't do that. But if it works for you, that's okay. It's all about calorie amount you are eating. So yeah. Okay, is it okay to lose about 4 or 5 kilos per month with person? Yes, it's like 1 kilo per week is very healthy tempo for losing weight. So I would say, yeah, 4 or 5 kilos per month. Great. Can you eat fruits right after the meal? In general, yes. If you have some problems with your intestines, for example, you have like gases or you feel like discomfort, then you should eat fruits before meal, like on a like fasting stomach. Yeah, but in general, if you are healthy, you don't feel any pain, etc., it's okay. Can I drink water while eating? Yes, you can. It's like we are working on basics. Yeah, so the most important things are to make your habits better. Drinking water during the meal is like very small things. In general, it's better to drink after the meal, but it's not such a big deal. Yeah. In our quarantine situation, we have lack of movement. What index should we take as basic? Sedentary or 3 or 4 exercises a week? It's, if you train, I would say this 3, 4 exercise. Yes, yes, yes. I think. Yes, this one. I didn't stop. It depends. If you have less movement than before, then you should probably cut for about, I don't know, maybe 200 calories from all of these calories you are taking. So yeah. Okay, so thank you. If you want to ask me any questions which I didn't have time to answer, you can write to my email, or if you didn't have enough time, then you can ask Marta for my email. And yes, thank you so much, and go on. Good luck in your diet. Bye.